And here we go.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and welcome back for another review of Season 4 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This time we are taking a look at episode number 16, entitled What If? Well, guys, they did it again. This season, I'll say it again, I've said it before, of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is freaking excellent television. It still has me on the edge of my seat, and I've missed it since it was gone, and I love that it's back. I believe now that they should pretty much be doing a solid run right through the end of the season, and I just absolutely love this episode. It was excellent. The opening scene where we get our reveal that the returning Brett Dalton as Grant Ward is who Daisy was with, and we get to finally see him walking and talking and back with us. It was actually a really welcome return. I was always intrigued by the Ward character after his turn in episode 17. Up until then, he was kind of a bland character. I didn't think it was really Brett Dalton's fault, but I thought that once that happened, that he was much more intriguing. And that was the 17th episode of the first season, entitled Turn, Turn, Turn. Once that happened, we were able to see a little bit more about Grant Ward, and not just this mindless robot of a human being that he seemed like he was during the initial episode run of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I absolutely loved that, and just so you know, there is spoilers here, so if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it, and then come back here and listen to the review. But I absolutely loved that they turn it on its head again, and this time, instead of him being a thorn in everybody's side, I think he's going to be the one that really helps our guys, our girls. I think that Brett Dalton coming back is going to be good for the show. I really do. I'm going to enjoy kind of seeing where this goes, and you know, they have big opportunity. They could use him as a double crosser again, or they could just use him to be a completely different style character. And I feel like he's going to be Grant Ward, but it's going to be a different kind of Grant Ward. And, you know, for all those people who really wanted Sky and Ward to get together back early in the series run, well, here's your chance, because I think that you're going to see a different side of him, and it's actually going to be sad if our characters ever do make their way out of the framework, because he'll be gone again, and that may be a sad day. But we're going to see how that plays out. But I loved that aspect. Moving on to our Hydra buddies now, which is Agent May, who is as mean as ever at this point, and the Doctor, Fitz, who basically is like Dr. Whitehall. Since Simmons was murdered in this alternate reality, Fitz is essentially Whitehall. And I really, man, I love the juxtaposition that they are placing here on these characters. It's so different than what we're used to, and they did a great job presenting these characters differently, and our actors did a great job carrying those new roles. I absolutely loved that eventually it was revealed when, at the end of the episode, that Daisy and Gemma try to get out of the framework and regroup and get a new game plan, that they are stuck. And that's because Ada has already inserted herself into the framework, and she is Madam Hydra. She is the one that is running this whole thing, and her and Fitz are linked. And they are the ones that are controlling everything. It is just really intriguing, and I love this, and it just, them trying to figure a way out now, it just sets it up for the last 6 episodes of this season, because you have 17 through 22. So it's going to be a great thrill ride. It's something that I think unfolded really well. We didn't get to see Mac and what his role is going to be yet. Gemma, Elizabeth Henstridge did a great job, and so did Chloe Bennett as Daisy. I loved their interaction with Coulson and Clark Gregg. that man just classes up the show. He really, really does. The way that they turn it on its head as far as Coulson goes, that was probably the most startling to me, just because he's so brave in the actual show and in the movies, and then here, he just bows down. And I thought that that was just so intriguing. I don't know where they're going to go from here. That's the best part about this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is there is no way for us to know where it's heading. I think that that really plays to its strengths, that they've done just such a great job of writing the episodes this season that it can go anywhere and many different avenues can be satisfying. That's what's great about it. I can't wait to see exactly where they go from here. It does look like the Resistance is coming back up, so we are going to see Mace next week, hopefully. We are going to see Mac. We're going to see where all of our characters, even Dr. Radcliffe makes a return appearance. So we're going to see kind of where it goes from here. I thought that the best part of the episode for me, besides Brett Dalton returning and just his interaction with especially Gemma, there was a great hilarious scene there, and his interaction with Daisy, or Skye as she's called throughout this episode, as she was never revealed to be Daisy Johnson or unlocked her inhuman powers in this alternate reality. I thought that the coda at the end of the episode where Daisy ends up in Coulson's car and they share this moment where Coulson just lays it out to her and says that he doesn't know who she is, and Daisy is lost because who she always goes to for guidance is Coulson. And I thought that that was just such a great little scene, and it just explained their relationship and how she said that you're the closest thing I have to family, and I just wanted to hope that you felt the same way. And he slowly looks at her and says, Daisy? I just thought that was such a great end of that episode. And I cannot wait to see exactly where they go from here. It's been excellent, and I haven't been this excited about a TV show throughout its run in a couple years now, other than Game of Thrones, of course. I feel like this has really hit its stride, and I can't wait to see where it's going. If I was going to score this week's episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Again, just absolutely compelling television. And I can't say much more about it or heap any more praise on the show this year. I thought that it was outstanding. And something I didn't even mention before, but really added to the appeal of the show, was the aesthetic of it and how it changed as far as the color palette goes from our normal appearance of the show to what we have now. And I just thought that the way that they changed it almost to feel like a Hydra was looming over everything was just brilliant. Tell us what you thought of this week's episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, definitely hit that like button. And if you want to see more reviews just like this and all of our other segments on the channel, you can click right here and subscribe. My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and as always, my friends, have yourselves a super week.